So you have leads coming in from different channels. You have the Facebook, the Instagram, advertisement, Google AdWords, the videos that you're doing, all those channels bringing leads into the system.
Yes.
Those leads are being tagged. Basically, we know exactly from which campaign, from which advertisement they came into the system, and then the system's creating automatically based per campaign how much money we earned, how many leads, how many deals, everything.
Today we're going to have Lior with us. Lior is the owner of ABR, Amazing Business Results. We had the opportunity to work with them doing our implementations of Zoho in our company. So we're going to kind of have a discussion today about how Zoho was able to implement it to other companies and what was our experience at UTS. And literally, how did it change us? Extremely.
Yep, so you had a very, very cool implementation. You are also, as a business owner, super creative. So you also brought your creativity into the system. Your proposal system, the way you approach leads, everything is super unique.
Thank you very much.
Talk about it a little bit.
So again, me and you had many conversations about this topic. As I told you prior of meeting you, we tried many companies, lost hundreds of thousands of dollars on this process until I gave up. Very fun. I gave up and I said, I'm going to learn how to do the coding. I'm going to do it myself. I kind of gave up.
Right.
I came by your channel, want to buy books to learn how to do the code.
Right.
And then this is where I reached out to ABR. Yes. And then a few hours after we had a conversation and...
Nice steak.
Yeah, we had a steak, we met for dinner, and today we're partners in 2 different companies. So
that's right.
We had, it's pretty much a very fun way of how everything moved in that time.
Right.
Again, from our side, to be honest, I think the connection that actually was done between the companies and between us as people was, I work with a lot of developers. They didn't understand my needs. They couldn't understand also to work with a person like me that kind of jump from one subject to another, and I'm more looking on the end results. I less get stuck on the process of stuff.
Right, and developers usually, again, they have a great place in the development cycle, but they understand code.
Exactly.
And that's usually the problem.
Yeah, and again, because of your experience dealing with home services, you're pretty much talking to you, like the way you explain to me, it's like you're preaching to me in a good way. It's like you exactly everything that we wanted. So it's automatically create a good chemistry, as well as working with your team was, again, the conversation I have with Abdul or with Carol on a daily basis, where I think we're already now at the 5th or 6th updates we're doing. Yep. And I have like 20 more. We have magazines of ready of them. It's very addicting. And it's like how to do it better and better. Like we start from the lead system. We jump to the UTMs for marketing and tracking or everything. We're implementing now ring centrals to the systems.
Right.
The proposal systems that we started from one place and now we upgraded to move to something else. It's, again, Zoho, it's what I call it, like it's a Play-Doh. Like you can create whatever you want from it.
Right.
And it's amazing. And I enjoy the process. And again, for us as a company doing service and installations in our field, it was really hard to find a software that is good for us, that can do the sales part as well as the CRM.
Right.
The accounting.
Operations, everything.
HR, everything built in.
Yep.
And again, the system that we built right now, it's a full FSM, technically.
Yeah,
can do everything that is, and to be honest with you, when we started that process originally with other companies, we also said, because we couldn't find a software that can work, I said, I'm going to build a software and I'm going to sell my data after that because I couldn't find something for it.
Yep.
Right now that what we have with Zoho, that is my goal. The second is going to be more refined product when we're just finishing it.
And you have already people waiting for it.
And we already, we discussed it. We already have a few customers waiting for us that they saw the system and they're like, how much?
So let's talk a little bit about the process itself.
Okay.
So you have leads coming in from different channels. You have the Facebook, the Instagram, advertisement, Google AdWords, the videos that you're doing, all those channels bringing leads into the system.
Yes.
Those leads are being tagged. Basically, we know exactly from which campaign, from which which advertisement they came into the system, and then the system's creating automatically based per campaign how much money we earned, how many leads, how many deals, everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's number one. Then you have the campaign tracking itself, which works both on Ring Central on phone, where they're coming from, and also from the web.
Yep.
So you have full visibility of what's going on in the
Everything
system.
from what is the source, how much, and it's going back to our marketing campaigns and budgets. So it's syncing, and if something arrives from an area, from a source, we don't want to, we're very quickly to see it, to block it, in that way to pretty much adjust our spending to be a positive spending on the proper...
So you can see where to put your money, where to retract,
where
and
to
so
turn,
on.
what to stop off. We also, a few weeks ago, I think I mentioned to you, we had a big spam attack, and we were able to track it very, very early on.
Because of the UTMs.
Because of the UTM, so we know exactly if we want to block them. And we were quite lucky because it was pointed to us. And we were actually able to block it. So even though the UTM is for marketing, but it's actually helped us on the cybersecurity side because we had the source of connections from where people tried to connect to us, and we're able to see that someone actually took the source of our form and was trying to kind of bypass it in a way to get to our website.
Right.
But it's helped us to kind of stop it really quickly because the system didn't able to be filed on a specific type of campaign.
Right.
So again, we were lucky, to be honest.
Yeah. So you have part number one is the leads coming into the system.
Yeah.
Now you have multiple sales teams. You have teams in Canada, in other countries. How all those teams are working with one lead system?
Oh, it's very easy. We categorize it.
Very easy for you.
Yeah, that's true.
Some people watching this video now and bashing their head against the wall. It's very difficult, actually.
But it's coming from two things. So we on the way that this distribution of the leads between them, we did a few things. One, we have a round robin, so it's separating the leads per to the people who can specialize it. So every lead is been categorized in the funneling coming to the CRM.
And you know the industry, where they're coming from,
the industry,
products,
what the service they're looking, and everything. So it's automatically going to specific groups of sales teams.
Right.
And then from there, we have a round robin to make sure that is separated equally between
And what
everybody.
happens if an agent is not approaching the lead on time? Because obviously those leads cost tons of money.
Oh, okay. So first of all, we have, for the second they receive it, the time clock start. If it's going over a specific timing, it's already updating their managers. Say, hey, it's been already over 24 hours, nobody reached out to this lead, get it done. And it's implement on their KPIs. Because the lead system to the deal system, we have the KPIs that it's set up, as well as their commission. So if we see that someone is slacking, it's one of the measure of the KPIs.
Okay.
So, and people know it, and they're able to see it because we make it to be visible for them.
It's read only, so they can see, but they cannot change
exactly.
it. Yeah.
So they're aware. It's not something that we tell them it's there, and it's actually there. So again, it's the accountability.
Okay. Now, you're always hiring new people. How new people can start approaching new leads? Because they need to have lots of training, right? Or in your case, maybe not so much.
Not anymore. So,
but it used to be like that?
It used to be. In the last year, we changed our process of the hiring process of training for sales. We went from 2 months to 1 week.
Because of the system?
Because of the system. So we pretty much what we did, we broke the sale process. We implemented the step-by-step in Zoho.
The blueprints, the buttons.
The blueprint, the buttons. So, and we created a question that they have to ask the customer is equal to the questions, the answers the system is going to show them. So the second asking the questions, the question we're asking them are not a question that can answer in a very vague way. There is a yes or no, a lot of yes and no. So that way we can actually guide them easily, because the people that answer the phones, they're first level sales. They're not necessarily specialists.
Right.
Because they're working with the most high volume of phone calls.
Right.
They have to funnel it.
You have hundreds and hundreds of
average year we bring 4,000 new clients. On average year, I believe this year we're actually going to double it. So, and because of Zoho, we're able to push more stuff coming in. Before we couldn't, because we work with 9 separate softwares. It was
nightmare.
Now that I compare, I'm like, how could I? Like, how it was even possible? Again, on the sales side, the time to create a proposal before was around 15 minutes. We're now at 2 minutes for a trainee.
Yeah.
Like, again, someone that is approved, we do it in a minute and a half. and we keep improving and doing more, refining it more and more. Approve rates went up extremely.
Because now the proposal looks good, behaves in a nice way.
And we adding, now we added the incident report. So again, it's coming back to accountability of the employees on training. Mm-hmm. So before we had to have a human, a manager, to kind of go over to see if they're doing their job. Now the incident report is actually checking communication with the customer. If a customer respond, they are not allowing them to slack because it's creating them tasks. And if they don't finish their task, they're going against their KPIs. To be honest, on the sales side, the system is self-managed. Eventually, right now, the way we see it, we can actually grow the team without adding more managers. Usually, the math was 4 sales to 1 manager. So the growth was very, very slow.
Right.
Now, 1 manager can have 20 people, easy.
Right, because you have the dashboard.
He has a dashboard, you see everything, everything is there.
And when you have a lead that is qualified, mm-hmm. next part, I know that sometimes you will have people supposed to go on site to inspect the area before you can provide the proposal. Sometimes it can be a Zoom meeting. Sometimes you can sell just products without even seeing the client. So how all those different funnels work? It looks complicated.
Again, we simplify it. So we create a workflow for it. Mm-hmm. We simplify it, but we simulate all the way to the accounting. Okay. So there is a proper one way that we invoice when someone just wants to buy a glass from us, for example. Mm-hmm. So he has to prepay before we ship the equipment for them. Mm-hmm. But if we're going to install this glass for him, we have a different method. We have to get a deposit, there's a contract. So to create different workflows for different situations. Part of that questions that we ask the customers, it's also how you want the service. You want it to be supplied, you want it supply installed, you want to just ship to him, he just wants support, he just wants service.
And based on the system know how to behave, the system will advise the office how to treat this order? Yeah,
I can tell you right now, with the way the process works, I believe that a lot of the funneling of the intake that we're doing right now, before even coming to sales, will be, because we narrow it down and detail it so much, mm-hmm. I believe in a year we can actually replace actually introduce AI of answering our phones.
Yep.
The second AI will be a bit more human voice. Yep. We want to implement it because we broke it down to so detailed, it will be very easy to AI to catch up because it's, again, a question and an answer, and usually it's an answer of a yes or no, 2 options for the answer. So
and the AI can analyze even something that is not a yes, it's positive, so it can take that as a yes and continue. So.
Exactly.
And we're experimenting right now different AI in this area.
Yeah, and again,
super cool.
It's amazing, to be honest. Yeah. Again, in our business, again, in security, I do business analytic all day because I come to a customer. If we design, a police station or a jail or a housing project, mm-hmm. the main thing for me is understanding the business first of all, right. Like the building. What is the flow? Who is doing what? Who is coming from where and everything. The reason I got so connected to the CRM, it's exactly the same. You need to understand the business. Who is doing what is the process, how it's need to get done. And to be honest, for me, I got addicted.
It is addicting. Yeah.
I spent the last year a lot of time on it. And it's half of the year was because I needed to. The other half of the year because I wanted to. And right now it's kind of, okay, how can I think about something crazier? Let's take it to the next level and to the next level and to the next level. But with that, there is a big issue that we found. Mm-hmm. That I'm excited about it doesn't matter my staff is.
Absolutely.
And my team. Yeah. And this is something that I had to learn the hard way. Because with the excitement of implementing Zoho in the system, we also lost a lot of good people.
Yep.
Because people are afraid from changes.
Yep.
And some people does not like technology. And due to that, we lost good people. And unfortunately, whoever was not able to fit himself to the change,
100%.
He didn't have a future with us.
But from the other side, you can see that there are lots of businesses that will not take the move. They will stay with 9 different softwares. They will stay with low-performing system just because the staff is not willing to adapt.
I think pretty much the owner of this business need to kind of have a wake-up call and say who's the boss.
100%. I do believe also that In some cases, it's like your household. You know what is right for your family. You need to make the move. And if you're not taking the move just because right now it's inconvenient, so
what? Not everything in life is convenient.
That's right. So I agree with you 100% that it's not always the easiest thing to do to change to a good system. And on the way you will, again, not always, but you can lose some people on the way. But now you can see that we started when? Now it's May, we started in September.
Around that, yeah.
Or maybe October.
No, I think October, November.
October, November.
Yeah.
So right now, so let's say it's like 7 months or so, you already have CRM done. You already have inventory system. You have your accounting system replaced completely.
From QuickBooks, yeah.
From QuickBooks to
and upgraded much more than what it was before.
Right. You have Zoho People. You're taking all your HR is on Zoho People. People can do attendance and everything on the system.
Zoho Projects.
Zoho Projects. Everything is there. FSM to make sure that you have all the field service in place.
Zoho Learn.
Right?
When we did all the
knowledge base and so all that, except of saving tons of money, it also, as you said, you can double your company, which before it was a challenge.
Right now on the system that we have, we can actually quadruple our company without adding too many people because workflows. And again, it's amazing. But again, at the same time, we learn a lot about how to implement it. I think the biggest mistake I did on this Zoho implementation, I did all these apps in the same time.
Of course.
I scared people.
But this is who you are.
This is me. I'm ADHD.
You run fast.
I'm to the max. Yeah. If it's not stressful and like too stressful to the limit you're almost crying, I don't stop. So I enjoy it personally.
But you're not a common business owner. Most of the business owners, as I advised you, start one by one. And usually they take the advice and we do it slowly.
We go 5 by 5.
That's right. So you are completely out of the scale in terms of the way that you do and your abilities, right? Not everybody are like you.
But I think also we were able to go that much because I was involved personally. I couldn't set up anyone from my team for failure because it's not about only implementing the way that our system working now. It's how the system working now, how I want to change it, improve it to be working after. In 2 to 3 years, because half of the programming we're doing right now, I'm also taking in consideration the next change I want to do. So if something I know is going to hurt us on the next change or will be too as extreme, I'm not even doing it right now. I'm like, okay, let's wait for we move to the next one. So I'm already kind of thinking how I want to implement more and cutting. Like the name of the game for me, how much click can I save? So this is kind of how does it work, and it's. Again, it's a beautiful system. It has its good and bad. Some more apps are more advanced than the other ones. I'll be happy if Zoho Sign or Mail Merge will just be more up to date, look-wise and everything. They needed a refresh because they have amazing ability. But it's hard to jump from CRM that is up to date to that one. In the process, I was actually able to change your mind about FSM.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
It's actually a nice tool.
It is a nice tool and it has capabilities.
Yeah.
I'm waiting that FSM will get the same flexibility that CRM has. Right now, it's a tool that has a lot of options, but not a lot of customization options.
Right, but it's much better than last year. Last year when I saw it, it was terrible. Okay. And now it's complete different product. So I believe in a year it will be also in a different place.
I have many plans of special programming to do for that one. And it's, again, the programming part, the FSM of scheduling, it's major. Yeah. And there is no proper scheduling software. Like we were using Jobber prior to it.
Yep.
Jobber is awesome for home services, for some type of home services.
Some type, yeah.
If you're working with sites that are even multi-residential, so multi-property and all of that stuff, it's not a thing for you.
Yeah.
If you're working on houses, because every client has one house. So it's okay. Their system doesn't work. And again, they're upgrading, they're changing and doing a lot of changes. And I literally even reached out to them and said, hey, I'll pay you guys.
Right.
do the changes for me. So I'm going to also give you guys all the knowledge we have how to change it to meet different type of clientele. I'm willing to pay for it too. And it's like, nope, this is not.
Yeah, we have more clients, same story. They try to pay them just to get more out of the system, but no.
Yeah. And I'm happy they say no, to be honest.
Yeah, now you have a good place.
We're in a good place and we like it. Again, the last update we did when we changed the Canva, they changed the face,
That's actually a beautiful thing to talk about. So you had the basic Zoho view, and you found that employees are rejecting it because it's overwhelming, too many fields, difficult to navigate. And then you implemented Canva. So the Canvas view is beautiful, has only the fields that you need, very clean.
So
how are employees behaving with that? Is that like solving the problem a little bit?
It's more self-explanatory. I'm playing right now with colors in a way to kind of bring out more stuff. So we're doing more changes as we go. But from pretty much before, the page was like 4 or 5 pages that you scroll down, like a very, very long page.
Yep.
Now it's one. There's not even a reason to scroll down.
And everything is changing on the fly.
Everything is changing on the fly.
Yeah.
Anything you don't need to see, you don't see. Anything is not related to you to see,
beautiful.
You don't see. So there's no questions. There's no stupid questions. There's no ways to bypass. Like for example, we on the lead system we have the ABR convert.
That's right.
That it
which
will
is
take
a special button to convert fast and move to the opportunity.
But there was the out of the box convert by
That's
Zoho.
right, the basic one.
You don't know how many times I said, don't use that one.
And they do.
But with the regular look, I cannot remove it.
Right.
On the Canva, it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So that issue is not existing anymore. Duplicate that one by a lot of other buttons.
Yeah, 100%.
Like the option button, the 3 dots. We don't have it anymore.
In Medi CRM, we have also a canvas view that people always defer to that because it's much cleaner.
And you have everything in front of you.
Yeah.
It's the harder part was with Canva to decide what is important. And the first version we did, it was okay. Second version was much, much better. I think by the 5th version, because we're changing all the time, we'll be there exactly.
The first time you had Carol doing architecture and basically getting the needs from you, and then the designer worked on that.
Yeah.
And then you saw the first version, and from then you started to adjust them,
yeah.
right?
Now most of the time I'm playing with it myself, colors and everything.
Yep.
Special
How difficult
coding.
you find it to make changes?
It's super easy.
Super easy.
It's literally like back in the day when you had the paint on the
Cling.
change color, click over here. It's very, very self-explanatory. It's again the only thing, let's say code-wise, is special field that doesn't exist that have to be coded in. Either than that, it's pull and drop.
What's next for UTS Group?
Ooh, wow. Again, we're working on a lot of stuff. So
I know.
A lot. Again, the first goal is we're working in the US now for the last few years, but in a very, very modest way. We're coming. We're going there.
Coming.
It's going to be a different way that we do marketing as well. As you know, like I love marketing and I play a lot with psychology with marketing. So we're bringing a lot of new products. I created a lot of new partnerships with different brands. Now, again, part of Zoho and kind of my obsession with technology, I sell technology for a living. And this is what we do.
Yeah.
And I'm always, if I see that some company who will have something is a bit more modern than us, I become very competitive about it. It's like, if I'm the one that people call when they need a piece of technology, something smart to be done, something need to be coded, something that need to be created, and someone will have something that is more advanced or more technology advanced than me, there's no way. So I'm in an ongoing fight and competition with myself about it. So we have that one. We have a huge online store coming very soon on our hardware side, as well as the electronic side. But there is a lot of
all that is
of
going
gadgets.
to flow eventually into the CRM. When there is a sale, it will be close one deal immediately.
And
go
a
to
lot
fulfillment.
of AI, a lot of AI integrating. So we're creating on each one of these platforms, there will be a lot of tools that can be created, and very cool tools that can, again, that we found it very useful, that we didn't have, so we're creating it. and they're going to build in from the CRM.
Think about it. We're talking about creating a new category to the business with no manpower.
Zero manpower.
Sick.
Because not only that, because
It's all AI.
it's all AI, and the way that we work. So my business culture, let's call it, as a very competitive person, I'm not competing against my competition, because I don't see them my competition. Not because I'm better, because I believe we can actually work together, and I really strongly believe with
And
partnerships.
you have lots of projects that your competition is working with you on many projects.
Many projects, and I'm always open to work with a lot of people. I think partnership is a very strong thing if it's a healthy partnerships. So part of the reason that we're going to do with our online stores, we're not going against our suppliers. The opposite, we're going to give more business to our suppliers. So it's a platform to educate, to advertise your product, and it's going to push the work actually to our suppliers to sell the product. So cool. It's more as a, think about it more as a e-commerce, but a social e-commerce in a way. So we're kind of taking a different way. I don't want to kind of elaborate too much because it's there's a lot of stuff on the go over there, but it's something that's actually going to change the
just between
the industry.
us, no one.
Nobody know. Yeah.
Look,
but it's really cool.
It's super cool. So Andre, thank you for inviting me to your office. Thank you for being a great customer of ours, and thank you for this video.
No problem. Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers.
Yeah.